Hey everybody, Rick here, and I have a really exciting announcement on a new product. Actually, this knife has been in the works for, gosh, how many years? A lot. I don't know, probably 5-6 years, something like that. Maybe even longer. But anyway, Project X. It's a clip point blade style. And you'll kind of notice it's a little bit wider of a blade, and I'll get into in a little bit of why I did it that way. It's a 3.75 inch blade, or 3 3/4 inch blade length. The handle's a little bit different than some of my other models. Obviously, you see the Hinderer influence. A lot of the design influences that I carry on from one knife to the next. But this one's a little bit different, especially the underside of it. And I tell you what, it really locks into your hand very well. As you can see here, it's just a natural, it's a natural ergonomic feel. You can see on the top line of the knife, it's kind of what I would call more of a drop blade, not a linear design. And a lot of you will probably notice some influences from the full track. So the blade is, again, it's a wider profile type blade. And you notice that I brought the grind quite a bit up to the, almost to the back. What that does is it makes a great slicing type knife, or slicing type blade. Because you have a lot more of a gentle, by the way, these are 1/6/5 thick blades, which is the same thickness as the XM18. And with such a wide profile on the blade and the blade grind running high, you get really nice cutting, slicing. I don't know if you can probably see that, but you get a really nice slicing profile. So this will be a really good slicing guy. You'd probably be able to slice a tomato like nothing with this. So while it's not a slicer grind, it really has a lot of purpose in that. And for everyday carry knife, it just really works out well. So we got a top swedge on the clip. I call this a clip point type design. Narrows the profile, as well as, of course, badass looks, which we got to have. So, and jimping on the top, which gives you, and it's not real severe jimping. That's one thing that I really, in my knife designing is you want a knife is a tool. You want it to be able to be your companion as you work. You don't want the knife working against you. Real heavy jimping is going to tear up your hands. But at the same time, you want enough jimping that with gloves on, especially with what we got today, which we're right in the middle of a level 2 snow emergency for Wayne County, Ohio. You go out there with gloves on, heavy gloves on. You want the knife to be able to work with you when you're whatever chores you're doing. And a knife like this is going to be great for an everyday carry. It's got a slimmer profile. Put it in your pocket. Even though it's a 3 3/4 inch blade with the 1/6/5 thickness on the blade, it's not overly thick. It's not overly heavy. Put it in your pocket. It disappears until you need it. So that's the blade. We go back, of course, it has the flipper, and obviously it works very well. The one thing I wanted to mention that I forgot when I was talking about the blade is these are offered in S45 VN for this first batch. So I know a lot of you like the S45 VN, and so we decided to use that for the inaugural run. And another thing that you'll probably see on this one, we went ahead and went back to the texturing on the lock side. Most of the lock sides that we do now are regular smooth. So we went back to the texturing on the lock side to kind of give it a little bit of pizzazz and a little extra grip. So it's something that we may or may not keep on future ones. We'll just have to see what all of you guys say about it. Now let's get back to on the handle. Again, you see it's a frame lock construction, and with the steel lock puck in the side of it, and of course the Hinderer lock bar stabilizer. The clip is tip up for all you guys that swear by tip up. Guess what? Can't change this. So I know I got to change the way I carry a knife for this one. So anyway, for all you guys that love tip up, there you go. as with the full track, we opted to, when I designed this knife, actually it had the onboard tool already designed into it. And actually, because Project X came before the full track, so I left the tool in Project X. So this is a tool that, while it's the same type of construction as the full track, they cannot interchange between Project X and the full track. So those of you who have full track, you can't put the full track tool in Project X. But it's the same principle in the fact that you can take the knife completely apart with the tool that is kept on board in the back. So, which is, I think, a really cool design feature because of the fact that we all like to be able to take the knife apart and add cool accessories, things like that. But really, on an everyday carry knife, especially if you're out in the field quite a bit, you know, you're on a camping trip, canoe trip for 7 days, and your knife gets really, really messed up, dirty. It's nice to be able to just take it apart, and you can do it with the tool that's right on the knife. So that's a cool feature that I added to the full track as well, and I think you guys like it. So yeah, I think that about covers it. Again, really excited about this release. It's a long time coming. I know a lot of you guys that know about Project X, you're like, because I get messages a lot, hey, when's Project X releasing and all this. And so we've got the first batch. The first batch is going to be offered exclusively on the Rick Hinderer Knives website, rickhindererknives.com. And so go over there, pick out the one you want. It's not a huge batch, so and I know that you guys are really going to love this knife, so you might want to go over and pick out yours. Sometime Saturday is when I'm going to actually start putting them on the website. So head over there and pick it up.